What's up, all you sons of bitches? Yeah, I'm talking to you. But so today I'm just gonna talk about what really happened. Because obviously they tried impeaching Trump, even though they knew that they weren't gonna get the impeachment because they knew they didn't have the votes. But for whatever reason, they still decided that they needed to do it, and they needed to waste our taxpayer money on that when they knew they weren't gonna get the votes for it. Because that's what Congress is worried about right now, is still trying to destroy Trump when he isn't even in office. Forget about I guess fuck all the people that are losing their jobs and losing their businesses because of this fucking bullshit COVID stuff, which they said that COVID has decreased 70%. Wow, crazy how it starts decreasing after Joe Biden's put in office. So they said that 5 people died at the Capitol attack, right? And you heard about that Brian Sicknick guy. One was Brian Sicknick, 42. Ashley Babbitt, 35, she was the girl that was shot by one of the Capitol Police. Benjamin Phillips, organized caravan from Pennsylvania grounds for planned insurrection. Once there, he had a stroke and died. The 4th person confirmed in a statement that that Greason died of an apparent heart attack. Okay. The 5th person reportedly died of a medical emergency during the riots. Okay, but the Brian Sicknick, they had to put, he died because he was hit with, he was beat over the head with a fire extinguisher and all this. And the media, they just went along with it, and they were saying that he died because of a fire extinguisher. Well, of course, if it was me or anybody else, you put fucking bullshit fake news on anything and they ban you. But the media, they can make fake news all day long. Nothing happens to them. So, the Times first described what happened to Sicknick. Mr. Sicknick, 42, an officer for the Capitol Police, died on Thursday from brain injuries he sustained after Trump loyalist who overtook the complex struck him in the head with a fire extinguisher, according to 2 law enforcement officials. The account of Sicknick's death was reported as fact, not speculation or rumor. Further, it appears that the anonymous sources were not law enforcement officials, but people close to the police department. Yeah, so that's how journalism goes nowadays. That they just talk to people that are close to the law enforcement, and they just say that they were actually law enforcement officials. So, which means they could have been anyone from House Speaker Pelosi to Representative Adam Schiff, which obviously he lies, or the Democratic mayor of Washington, D.C., Muriel Bowser. Not only was the Times' untrue story about Sicknick's death accepted as fact by every news media organization from the Wall Street Journal to the Washington Post, they don't take the time to actually do real journalism and actually maybe go find the facts out. What they do is they just hear one thing and they just count it as truth. So, death accepted, blah, blah, blah. From the Wall Street Journal to the Washington Post, political pundits on the Never Trump right also regurgitated the narrative that Sicknick was murdered, as did lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. In an outrageous effort to create more favorable optics before the impeachment trial, House Democrats honored Sicknick in a rare memorial at the Capitol Rotunda on February 3rd. Joe Biden, in a statement issued after Donald Trump was acquitted Saturday afternoon, repeated the lie about Sicknick. It was nearly 2 weeks ago that Jill and I paid our respects to Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, who laid in honor in the Rotunda after losing his life protecting the Capitol from righteous violent mob. So, that's how the left works. They want to defund the police until, and get rid of the police until something happens and it benefits them. That's how they fucking roll. Okay, and then let's look at old John Sullivan, because again, I told you that Trump they had already broken into the Capitol building before Trump had even finished speaking, and he was 15-20 minutes away, a 15-20 minute walk where he was speaking to the Capitol building. Okay, and they had broken in 20 minutes before his speech ended, and they still had to walk all the way there. So it was set up so that way it looked like Trump supporters. And you can see right here, old John Sullivan. You can see his hat here that says Trump. He's Antifa, and he was with a bunch of Antifa and BLM people. Here he is talking about ripping Trump out of the White House.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? My name's John Sullivan. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. My group is Insurgents USA. We fucking about to burn this shit down. Fuck this shit. Anybody out here seeing that white militia guy shoot three kids? Yeah. Fuck that guy.
What is his name?
I'll tell you this shit is in Utah. A whole bunch of white militia came out there, formed against our group. We out there strapped. We out there ready to burn that shit down. We out there to defend our fucking self. We gotta defend ourselves now too. We do. Because power to the people. Power to the people.
Because power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people. I don't know what else to say. So power to the people. And then here's the actual footage. And here he is, old John Sullivan, speaking. What a coincidence, right? That somehow that this guy who broke into the Capitol building, ends up on CNN not long after. What a fucking coincidence, huh?
Am I there on the Trump side or the MAGA side?
There he is in Antifa gear. And there he is in the MAGA gear.
Yeah, I'm just anti-government type shit. Jade, hold this.
He's trying to pretend like he's... All these people, I guarantee, all of these people are BLM and Antifa.
Let's fuck that shit up.
If we don't get it, we're gonna burn this shit down.
How many people? Let's go! This shit's ours! Fuck yeah! I can't believe this is reality. We accomplished this shit. We did this shit together. Fuck yeah! Oh! Season's ours! What's up, bro? Well, they already broke the window, so, I didn't know I hit it that hard.
There he is.
Yeah, no one got that on camera.
So, old John Sullivan broke a window at the Capitol, admitting that he destroyed private property.
What reality is this? Oh my god, we did this shit. We took this shit. What's up, bro? Fucking yeah. Fuck yeah. Fucking did.
No, it just broke.
Hey, don't do that.
My bad.
Did you hear that? Somebody said, don't do that.
Well, they already broke the window, so, I didn't know I hit it that hard. No one got that on camera. The people have spoken! The people have spoken!
You hear people in there saying, we need to remain calm now. We made our point.
Hey guys, I have a knife!
Here he is.
I got a knife. I got a knife.
They're trying to break into a door, and this dumb fuck says, hey guys, I have a knife. I have a knife. What are you going to do with a knife?
These guys ain't the ones that's the
Okay, and then this is him. This is the girl that he is on. That he's on CNN with, and listen to what they say.
Give me your hug now. We did it. You were right. We did it.
Dude, I was trying to tell you. I couldn't say much.
You were right.
You just have to watch my chat.
Oh my god.
Is this not gonna be the best film you've ever made in your life? But it's all fake. My face is not on Instagram. I learned that shit already. I'm gonna wear a Trump hat. I'm gonna wear a Trump hat. I bought one today. I was wearing a Trump hat at the fucking at the Trump rally during the daytime, because I was like, nah, that shit ain't happening, bro. Yeah, it was. Oh,
So, and then you want to know why they didn't have National Guards members there? Well, guess what? House GOP seeking to learn why the National Guard wasn't in place to prevent the January 6th Capitol riot and what took them so long to arrive, are blaming Speaker Nancy Pelosi for denying them access to evidence, which she still to this day will not give up the evidence. She will not give up footage. She will not give up anything about that day. Now, if they really, if MAGA or, Trump supporters really are the ones that broke into the Capitol, what is she hiding? Why will she not give up the evidence? That makes zero sense. Probably because she's hiding something. Even though then Chief of the Capitol Police, Steve Sun, requested the troops on January 4th, he was denied by Sergeant at Arms Paul Irving and told it would be bad optics, according to an open letter four GOP ranking members of the committee sent to Pelosi on Monday because they were wondering why. Irving took an hour to approve the Capitol Police Chief request for National Guard backup on January 6th as a crowd of supporters broke into the building. The Republicans noting asking if the delay was due to him having to consult Pelosi because Pelosi is the one that, gives the go-ahead for National Guards to come. Why would she not want them there? If she knew this was going to happen, why would she not want them there? Probably so she could use this as a way to impeach Trump. The California Democrat proceeded to fire both Irving and Sun and appointed a retired Army general to conduct a security review without so much as informing the minority. When the Republicans attempted to obtain more information about what happened, they were met with obstruction and inability to produce and preserve information by House staff appointed by Pelosi. Worse yet, some of the material the Republicans requested was recently provided only to House Judiciary Democrats. This is unacceptable, blah, blah, blah. The direction could have only come from you. The letter calls on Pelosi to end the political charade of looking for enemies inside the Capitol and imposing rules she isn't following herself. It was signed by Jim Jordan. Democrats have presented the events of January 6th as an insurrection against our democracy and blamed it on Trump and the Republicans. They impeached Trump in the House and sought to convict him in the Senate. Other aspects of the partisan narrative about the Capitol riot have collapsed as well as it emerged that Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick was not injured by the crowd and his cause of death remains officially unknown. Of the four people who died that day, only one Air Force veteran was actually killed by. And I actually have... Where'd that go? No, I can't find it. Well, they said that Brian Sicknick's brother came out saying that Brian Sicknick texted him when he got back after the Capitol insurrection, got back and said that he was okay. He was just pepper sprayed, and that was it. And then GOP polls want Pelosi to pay $5,000 for ignoring her own metal detector rules in the Capitol. So, hours after House Speaker Pelosi docked $5,000 each from the pay of two GOP Republican Congress for flouting her new metal detectors, a group of Republican polled demand she pay the same fine for the same offense. claimed Pelosi had been seen on Thursday entering the House chamber without going through the metal detector she herself had ordered installed, and she herself had then fined 2 GOP congressmen $5,000 each for refusing to go through it, but she doesn't go through it. This just, again, goes to show rules for thee, but not for me. She doesn't think that she applies to these because she's a little fucking bitch. Democrats were caught using fake evidence at the impeachment trial. Okay? Oh, you motherfudger. Mike Lee calls out the House Democrat impeachment manager for attributing a false quote of him.
President, Majority Leader, pursuant to impeachment. Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, Majority Leader, pursuant to impeachment Rule 16, I make a motion. Statements were attributed to me moments ago by the House impeachment managers. Statements relating to the content of conversations between a phone call involving President Trump and Senator Tuberville were not made by me. They're not accurate.
Okay. So Raskin, who is the manager or whatever for the Democrat.
The impeachment manager, Mr. Impeachment manager, Mr. Cicilline, correctly and accurately quoted a newspaper account which the distinguished senator has taken objection to, so we're happy to withdraw it.
It's not true.
Oh, a newspaper. Oh, a newspaper account. Those are the facts from a newspaper. That's where he got them from.
On the grounds that it is not true, and we are going to
repeated it.
On the grounds that it's not true.
We're going to withdraw it this evening, and without any prejudice to the ability to resubmit it if possible, and then we can debate it if we need it. But this is much ado about nothing because it's not critical in any way to our case.
Then why would you make it up? If it's not critical, what do you need to make it up for? So then they also used in the impeachment, they used a tweet. They were using they used to prove that Trump did an insurrection was they used like CNN, and they used fucking journalists' opinion to try to impeach Trump on something he never did. Okay? And what else did they do? This here. You see, they showed this. We have been marching all around the country for you, Mr. President. Now we will bring to D.C. on January 6th and proudly stand beside you. Thank you for fighting for us. And then she says, we are bringing the cavalry, Mr. President. You see how she has a check mark there? Well, I've never, and here her actual Twitter is, I've never been verified on Twitter, so why did my tweet used in the fact-free impeachment include a verification badge? I'm assuming Democrats faked it like they're faking the whole case. Swalwell, why did you add a verified badge to my tweet in your presentation? Okay? And then, yeah, so I think that's it. And then here is one of Trump's lawyers speaking to a CBSN reporter about all that.
Are you expecting to face more charges against Mr. Trump in the near future, and do you anticipate being part of that defense?
Anything at all.
Throughout the trial, you denied that Mr. Trump had a role in inciting the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol. You argued, first of all, that there was no insurrection, but during your closing arguments, you seemingly admitted that there was, in fact, an insurrection, using that there for debate.
I used the word insurrection in my closing argument when quoting the charging documents. January 6th. The prosecutors in this case doctored evidence. They did not investigate this case, and when they had to come to the court of the Senate to put their case on, because they hadn't done any investigation, they doctored evidence. It was absolutely shocking. I think when we discovered it and we were able to expose it and put it out, I think it turned a lot of senators. The American people should not be putting up with this. They need to look at who these House managers were and look to see whether these are the folks they want representing them. It was shocking to me. Wouldn't have believed it.
Let's follow up with a point that you're making right now about the House managers, as you say, doctoring evidence, and
you see,
and the argument.
They didn't deny it.
Viewers,
they didn't deny it. I put it in front of them.
You see how she says, as you. What the fuck did she say?
Evidence and the argument.
These are the folks they want representing them. It was shocking to me. Wouldn't have believed it.
Let's follow up with a point that you're making right now about the House managers, as you say, doctoring.
As you say, doctoring evidence. No, bitch, they did doctor that. This is what the fucking media do. They don't, she clearly knows that they doctored evidence during an impeachment trial to impeach somebody who isn't even in office. They have to doctor evidence, and this is what the media does for them. They do damage control.
Evidence and the argument.
They didn't deny it.
Viewers,
they didn't deny it. I put it in front of them 3 times. To be clear for our viewers,
what you're talking about now is a check mark. That's a verification on Twitter that did not exist on that particular tweet. A 2020 that should have actually read 2021.
That was another thing. They used a tweet from 2020 and not 2021, and they had to switch it to 2021 to make it seem like it was part of it.
Selective editing, you say, of the tapes.
As you say.
Is that the doctored evidence of what you're speaking?
Wait. That's not enough for you? That's not enough for you?
Wait. No,
sir,
no. I'm trying. I am not a juror in this trial.
There's no jurors in that trial, anyways.
Here for our viewers is what you're referring to, because not everybody has been following.
It's not okay.
No. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how they have to do damage control to help the Democrats. This is what they do. She should be like, wow, that's unbelievable. I cannot believe that they would doctor evidence in an impeachment trial. All of our Congress people that, all these Democrats that run, the Democratic fucking party, they have to lie and doctor evidence, and that's not enough for this journalist. She thinks that's okay. So that's really what the fuck happened at the Capitol that day. So.